But no, there is no plan. As the title suggests, I literally just sat there in silence for like, what was it? 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. And I thought of, no, not nothing, but mainly nothing. Because I truly have no plan. I thought of some stuff that could pertain to this stream, or it could not. Just depends on what I feel like doing later. Right, anyways. One of the things I was thinking about was the free games that are on Epic every week. And I just downloaded that one. I not downloaded it, I just purchased it for nothing. I acquired it. I've been saving up these games for forever. I don't even know how many I have. I'm going to do something with them eventually. And that's one of the things I was thinking of. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I check by like the numbers. What do we got? There's a way to check. I know. Done it before. There we go. Grid all. 199 free games on Epic I've claimed over the years. A couple of them are actually repeats, actually. I've claimed twice somehow. Maybe just the one. What was it? The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Yeah, that one I have twice somehow. That'd be another one I have twice. I'm pretty sure there is. Oh, that's add-ons for Death Stranding. Oh, is that add-ons for the other game, actually? Maybe, hold on. I have no idea. Doesn't say. Whatever, close to 200 of those. Probably, I'll play almost none of them. I've played some of them, actually, before. I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything with them. I'm thinking, like, I just opened up Adam. Let's go. Coding. We'll do a coding stream now. I don't know. I'm just hoping something pops into my mind. I'm thinking, like, do I do a series where it's just the weekly free game release on Epic? I'm thinking about it for a while. I don't know. So I know, obviously, a lot of the things I've been doing recently are, we'll use the word inspired. We'll go with that. By Charlie. I don't feel comfortable calling him Charlie, but I want to call him Penguins or Moist Critical. Actually, I'll just go with Moist Critical. I'll just go with Critical. I'm Critical. Because I did do the, what was it? Win was because Weekly Internet News was literally just because I want. And the one is different because it's like, it's a the recap for people to watch if they don't want to keep up with everything. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how I ended up on this tangent or where I'm going with this tangent or why. I should find something to do first. We'll get onto the tangent later. The larger issue is finding a game to play that I want to have it going in the background. The thing is, I'm pretty exhausted when it comes to games. Which might seem weird as a concept, considering one, I haven't streamed that much recently. Like, when was the last time I even streamed? Like a week ago. And what's on the YouTube? SteamWorld Dig just finished, and Super Mario RPG is going. Both of which were recorded months ago. So, like, no, I'm actually just truly kind of exhausted. So I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but I did get back into heavy quotations. I was never really into it, although I did play it before, back when it was the hot new thing on the block, Pokemon Go. Was I go for walks regularly? And I was like, oh yeah, Pokemon Go exists. I can play that while I go for my walks. And it's turned from a side thing to do on my walks into the main purpose of my walks. I haven't done the math on it yet. Like, what did I walk today? Hold on, I can actually try and calculate how much I walked today. Okay.
This is why Japanese don't like working with.
Okay, yeah, I was watching, or I'm going to watch at some point Palo from Tokyo later tonight on my own time. Maybe on stream. I don't know. Let's see. I need to calculate how much I walked. Actually, this is important math. I don't even. Okay, there we go. I can even remember where I went. Okay, hold on. There. This might seem like one of the most random complaints ever. I hate the new Google Maps, or not Google Maps, Google Earth's UI. I don't like it. Like, it's the same thing, just literally reskinned, but it doesn't appeal to me. Right, so I went there. Also, because I use the measurement tool a lot, and it just kind of breaks. It's a wee bit broken when it comes to moving the map around. Right there. I don't even remember. Okay, no, that's right. I did go here first. And maybe you should have some sort of non-copyrighted music, but I don't care. We're just gonna sit in silence while I measure stuff. Where did I go after that? Yeah, I just went here. Yeah. Went here. And here. And there, and there. Then I did this. Oh, I'm sorry. I can control Z. Great. Whatever. There. There. I'm doing this in miles. The game measures it in kilometers, but I will like to have it in miles here. Now, where did I go? There. I went this way. I Oh yeah, that's right. Then I have to go down here. I did follow a route. So I'm trying to catch some Zygarde cells, which to most people means nothing. What are you talking about? It's like, stuff in Pokemon Go that doesn't really matter to anyone. Hasn't mattered to anyone really since 2016. No, wait, I mapped it wrong. And I can't undo it now. Okay, there we go. There's an undo button on the thing. I can't just Control Z it though. What a ripoff. I need my shortcuts. Damn it. Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even know. I kind of guessed in my head how much. And so I was way off. So I went there. Basically did like 2 laps around. Not there. There? Yes. Cross to there. There. This math will mean nothing to pretty much everyone. Only means anything to me. I just want to know how far I walked. I actually haven't done this since I started playing Pokemon Go. I never actually measured how far I go on these walks. So I used to have like a set lap that I would do around on campus. I knew exactly how much distance it was. It was 3.75 miles. And now I just kind of wander around making loops. I just kind of go for as much as I want to. And do. Is this really what I did? Seems right. I'm not missing anything as far as I'm concerned, but it just feels weird. It feels like it should have been more. No. Eh. Really? Only 6.86 miles? That's it? I mean, I guess it's double what I used to do before I installed Pokemon Go on my phone. So doubling my exercise. I guess in terms of walking every day, give or take, obviously. But really? Only 6, no, I guess almost 7. It felt like 10. It felt like 10 miles. So I was out there for so long. I left at like 2:30 and I didn't get back until like 7. That sounds so bad. It sounds like almost a mile an hour. Yeah, no, I think that's accurate. I think the path I drew was accurate. I'm obviously not going to show it. It starts and ends where I reside. My God, I feel like I walked more. Hmm. What a scam. Exercise is a scam. Exercise is a scam. You don't get your money's worth. You don't get your time's worth is what is the issue. Like holy shit, I was. And to be fair, I did sit down a couple times. So I did do like a raid. I did like I just took a break one other time. I don't know, but like out of like this 5 hours that I was out walking, maybe like half an hour of it was break times. I still can't believe that it was barely a mile an hour or barely over a mile an hour. It feels like it should have been way more. I guess also to be fair, I do walk slower when I'm looking at my phone. And also I do stop if there's like a whole bunch of spawns that I'm interested in catching. And I know that I'll walk out of range before I can get to all of them, so I will kind of either if it's enough, I'll like slow down to a very slow walk. I'm already walking slower when I'm paying attention to the game. Then I'll like purposely slow down to like a crawl almost. If there's like three that spawned all at the same time, and if there's Pokestops, it's even worse. I want to get all the items. A random fucking thing to just go on a tangent about. It's like no, but it's like that's why I'm exhausted with video games. Because like I have one that I'm playing. It's Pokemon Go. I go for fucking several hour long walks because I need my exercise. Because I'm a fat little boy, and I also get my gaming addiction satisfied. My crippling addiction to gaming induced dopamine. Like dopamine addiction. Also, I don't know. I just kind of don't want to play. And okay, I don't want to play because I've been playing so much Pokemon Go, so I'm like kind of exhausted of. I got my gaming fixed in for the day, but also I just don't want to play things that are generally played. Like I don't want to I'm not particularly driven to play Valorant, CS, or Rocket League, or Apex, or whatever else. In single player games, it's like I guess Pokemon Go is a single player game. Technically, and oh, not technically. On most levels, it is. There's the other people in the world, but then when it comes to the gyms and shit, but like, it's really a single player experience in a multiplayer world, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm getting my single player addiction, my single player games gaming hours in. Multiplayer, I just don't feel like doing. And the title really is more applicable than I even imagined when I wrote it. I really like. It was supposed to be I don't have a plan for the stream. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna freestyle it. And it's like, yeah, they're just supposed to be for this stream in particular, but I guess it's like I have to freestyle everything right now. I just don't have any plans for anything when it comes to content creation. I have plans in real life with everything mapped out for like things I actually need to do that matter in the real world, but when it comes to content creation, it's just like, no. I had shit planned out. Obviously, the real world comes in priority. Obviously, I somehow have time to go for long walks. Actually, no. You know the walks changing to Pokemon Go walks. I still was doing these long walks before, so they were already in the schedule. Just that now what I do during them has changed. You know, it's not really that big of a change. It's just timing. That's really the bigger issue. It's just timing. Because certain things have to be done at certain times of the day. Like walking, I'm going to do that during the day. I'm not going to do it now at the, what is it, 9, it's almost 10. Almost 10. So it's like if I go for a walk now, that's stupid. He goes like that's one. It's dark and it's colder now. It was already cold enough during the day. Now it's dark and dangerous and cold. It's like fuck no. So I have to do the walk during the day. That's one of those things where you have to do it during a certain time. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. Just like anything else, really. It's like, here's the thing. So I try and load up Valorant while it's staring me in the face on the desktop. I don't have a good time to actually stream. Because on one hand, because I can change my schedule around, assuming that when it comes to things that aren't truly set in stone, that are up to my discretion. Obviously, there are plenty of things that aren't up to my discretion on when they happen. But like, generally, right? Things that aren't in my control. Between my brain is frozen. All right. Okay. Between like 8 and 5, I think. I'm just gonna go with 5. Between 8 and 5 every day, out of my control. Right. Out of my control. So then between 5 and midnight. It's like, okay, we have those 7 hours. I'm just staring Valorant in the face. We have those 7 hours, and it's like, what do I do with those 7 hours? There's shit I need to do on my own time that's Let's what am I doing? So distracted right now. That is completely necessary for me to do. Prioritize. Oh, I need to change the gameplay and shit. What kind of bot even is this? I'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, I need to finish my own ramblings first. Right. So it's like I can from 5 to 12. All right. I generally like to do from 5 to 7 is the shit that's tied to is the work that I need to do, right? Is all the tasks that I have to do.
Match found.
And so then really the only like time that's like I get to actually do whatever I want to do. The stuff that I choose to do with no outside pressure or something, I don't know. Is from roughly 7, depending on how, you know, if I go over or under, even over or under. It's always plus or minus.
Relax. I've already sorted everything.
It is from 7 to midnight. And this includes eating. Eating is included into this time frame where it's like it's something that I choose to do on my own free time. Like cooking and eating is I choose to do this with my free time activity. Generally at 7 I'll eat. And then, you know, cook and eat, blah blah blah. Takes a couple hours. Especially, you know, eating not so much, but the cooking might. It's like so that just leaves like 9 to 12. Some shit, and it's just like nothing good happens at 9 to 12. Like, what is it now? 10? We're gonna play this fucking game and it's gonna be dog shit. Those games have a curve. Right? In terms of the kind of people that you will encounter on the opposite team and on your team. And it will go. It's at its worst at around this time, from like 9 to like from 9 to like midnight, actually, even is like it's bad because it's like this is the time when most people who are gonna play this game have their free time, which includes people who are shit, people who are toxic, people who are smurfing, people who are doing whatever, and it's all the bad things, right? And then once you get to midnight, it's from like midnight to like 3 in the morning. From all the times I've experienced gaming at those hours, is just the shit portion of the night where it's just there is no Smurfs or like people on alts or whatever, or like it's just people who are just past their bedtime. They need to go to sleep because they're playing on fumes from 12 to 3. And it's just playing on fumes gameplay. Right? No one has functioning brains at that point. Everyone's reaction times are slower. Everyone's more pissy because they're tired. That's just bad. From 3 to like 8 in the morning is the night shift people. People who work night shifts or like late shifts. Now, this is like their 9 to 12. And then 9 to 12 p.m. So that's when they get on. And then the gameplay kind of... It gets more... consistent, but it's still... The quality will never improve.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Recalling my bot.
Last player standing.
Okay, where's Sage? This Scheiße hurts. Keep it up.
And so...
And they're
Right.
honest.
And then from like 9 to... From like 9 to noon
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
is like the people who
Engage it.
truly worked overnight shifts.
Placing sentry.
Who were like actual pure overnighters. Got off of work.
Found them. Swarm grenade out. Variable removed.
Enemy spotted mid.
One on top.
Spike down B.
This is up top.
One enemy remaining.
And it's honestly, I think the like 8 to or whatever the fuck it was that I mentioned before is honestly like the like during the day, like when the sun is up, is actually purely the best time.
Right there. Mosh pit.
30 seconds left.
Call out sick next time, yeah?
Joe was just taking a year to do it.
I'm out.
We all know what Joe was trying to do, even though we weren't watching her. But, like that was just taking a year.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Placing
Anyways.
swarm grenade.
Like during the sun, when the sun is up, and it's not, because the sun is still up at like 6 and 7. Like during 9 to 5. On a weekday.
Right there.
Found them. Swarm grenade out.
Thanks, sis.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B. Last player standing.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Oh, he's just a lot closer than I thought he was. Not closer, he was further.
Just gotta play around the slow fields and we're fine.
They did that right around the corner. He did that way back there. I don't know why so many of my teammates bought up there.
Alarm bot out.
I always understood the third round as like we just keep the weapons that we had.
Placing sentry.
So there is no point in buying up. It was close to that corner. That's kind of a sad situation.
Bot coming
Anyways,
back. Bot coming back.
with all that in mind, though, with like when gaming is good and when gaming is bad,
My ult's ready.
Spike planted.
Still in sight.
One enemy remaining.
it's like I can either choose to stream when the gaming's bad at this time,
Up and away.
or I can choose to
Someone's
not.
there. Wingman's defusing. It's on you, Mosh. Wingman for the win.
And it's like, eh,
Check. Charge. Can I get a drop?
because what am I gonna do, right?
Reloading.
I'm not gonna be able to compete with anything. I'm playing now, and it's like I'm probably, well, I know I am, the bottom of the fucking charts.
Placing alarm bot.
I have no personality
Placing swarm.
and no skill. The perfect recipe.
Turret out.
And it ties into the things I really wanted to talk about, which were the YouTube. And specifically when.
There. Precise. My ultimate is ready.
Someone's in attacker spawn.
Grenade.
Enemy spotted B.
Satchel out.
Enemy spotted B.
Initiated. Area's clear.
Last player standing.
Yep. That's what I thought would be the issue. So I knew they wanted to go A because they saw our race chase them into
30 seconds
fucking
left.
elbow.
Dizzy's up.
And then they thought that we'd all fully rotated B.
Is everyone's tech still working? Double check it, please.
Agrico's just kind of an idiot. He just wants to play with. He's just playing close range.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
Anyways, the YouTube thing.
Placing swarm grenade.
I'm not gonna make a win anymore.
Turret out.
Not because I don't want to,
Right there.
and I don't want to, obviously. But I like the show. I like making it. It's just that there is no particular
Enemy spotted B.
motivation for me to do it besides me actually just wanting to for my own pure enjoyment
Someone's there.
Blow him up, Mosh.
of making it.
Spike down B.
Shot my
You're
wingman.
dead!
Last player standing.
And the reason I'm gonna stop is because one, there is no true purpose for it.
Spike planted.
Right? The idea was, right? There's so much shit going on the internet. Right? There's just so much all the time. You know, you might not always be keeping up with it, right? You may not always be keeping up with it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make a show that recaps everything that happened real quickly, sort of in detail, blah blah blah.
I'll lead.
And I always had this idea, this like, this inkling in the back of my mind, where it's like,
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Placing
no
swarm
one
grenade.
actually needs that,
Stay out of
right?
Placing sentry.
No one actually needs that. Like, not even I need it.
Turret destroyed. Hold my swarm grenade out.
Spike down B.
Can't use that yet.
no enemy hit. Spike spotted B. Enemy spotted B.
Oh,
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
It's like, not even I need a
Player
weekly,
standing.
like, because I generally do watch what happened on that day, on the day that it happened. Like, there are plenty of channels that can produce
Chill. We'll go again. Damn, you
videos going over what happened literally the day before. Like, something will happen on a Monday, and they'll have a video up on Tuesday.
alarm bot out.
So I can't compete with that. And that was the whole notion behind making a weekly thing
Swarm grenade.
that recapped stuff,
Placing sentry.
right? It was just a recap of everything.
It's all you, little homie. Thrash got him.
That's only 3 of them. We don't know where the other 2 are.
Welcome to my world. Recalling my bot.
Spike planted.
You will not kill my allies.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
So I was like, okay, we're gonna do a weekly thing, blah, blah, people who are too busy.
No, you don't deserve my inventions. Reloading.
We're too busy to fucking
Have a single like yours, Ray.
to watch other shit, blah, blah, blah. And there isn't, I always thought, okay, there's not really a market, because I don't even need that.
Placing
But
alarm
there could
bot.
be some people,
Placing
right,
swarm
who
grenade.
truly are too busy,
Placing swarm grenade.
because life,
Placing swarm grenade.
blah, blah, keeps them busy.
Time for a field test.
It's like, no.
Turret out.
Because everyone, it'll just be what I do, right? I watch that shit when I have my free time.
Spike down mid.
I don't know where he is.
Bot coming back. Bot coming back.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Placing sentry.
Clutch.
It's like, so there is no market for it, really.
Sorry.
Because who doesn't have 15 minutes to watch a YouTube video every day? Or a couple of YouTube videos for like an hour.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
And there's
Target out.
enough of a saturation in the market where it's like, no,
Peaks now.
can't do it. I tried to do it initially. Right? Because I did the one episode on CNET.
Here goes the party.
Just to test out what it would be like to do
Enemies
video going over something that happened the day before or whatever, right? I couldn't even get it out in time, really, to do that.
Joke's over.
It took me like a couple days.
Enemy mid.
Good.
enemy spotted.
Yeah.
Boom. One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
And that's why I decided to do the weekly thing. It's like I couldn't produce an episode on shit within 24 hours. And I'm too busy for that. I'm too busy, and also just technology might be a limiting factor depending on how big the video is.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Placing sentry. Initiated. Found them. Swap swarm grenade out.
Spike down
Yeah.
mid.
Spotted beer. Grenade.
Well,
Bomb buddy out.
they have no idea that this jet is detained there.
Last player standing.
But
Scoot, cuate. Up we go.
I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I realized that one, I can't. Right, it was already an
Last
adjustment,
round
so I
in the
can't
half.
compete in terms of
Don't be cheap.
the turnaround time.
It'll all be fine.
And it's an oversaturated market, so there's no real point.
Out.
I like the show. I do.
Bot out.
I do like making the win show. I really do enjoy it. I like writing the script. It is so fun.
Don't overthink it. It's my job.
The transitions in the script from topic to topic are my favorite thing.
Found them. Swarm grenade out.
But, you know, and the thing that swayed my decision, I was originally going to try and do, right, this is season 0, right, I was doing season 0,
Spike down B.
right, it's season 0,
Up and away. Somebody's
One enemy remaining.
right, it's season 0, so it's going to be, you know, we're going to test it out, see how
Last player standing.
see how it goes. See if I like it, see if I don't. And I don't think we're gonna make it to the
Switching
10
sides.
episodes that I wanted to do as in the trial run.
Okay, we know the drill.
Because I did have a caveat to it, which is if an episode got 0 views before the time of production of the next video, because I always do them as late as I possibly can to to get all the news stories that come out right at the end of the week and shit. I possibly can before I have to make the video. Even while I'm making the video, in the process of it, if something comes out, I'll try and get it.
Let's start this party.
All right, which would be tonight, and then tomorrow morning would be the time of production. Right. Write the script tonight, and then record it tomorrow morning. And edit it midday.
Reloading.
Turret out.
Wingman's planting. Thanks, Wings.
One enemy remaining.
Aw, thought you'd try harder.
And last week's
I'm amped.
video.
Let's go. I got things to
That's
do.
all right now. Got known at 0. And the audio is okay. It got 0. It actually got 0 as of a couple hours ago. So I'm pulling the plug on it for now.
I need to blow something up.
Cutting their
Not what I'm shift locking for. I really don't.
Still in sight.
Grounded.
Enemy spotted A.
Nah.
Got the spike, Wings.
I want to get back to it someday. If I have the chance to,
Spike Steve.
I will
Thanks, little
make
man.
win again.
Right there.
I will.
Dizzy's up top. Somebody's there.
Last player standing.
I'll take it.
But it's just one of those things. Right? Doing a weekly show that recap. It's the topic.
Sorry. Only bright enough for me.
All right. One is that it's a show that recaps things that other people would have probably covered by then. And 2 is it's from me. I have no presence.
I'll get that.
Let's call it.
Ghost boy.
Right? I am an unknown
On my way.
in the space.
Someone's in defender spawn. Enemy spotted me.
That was an
Enemy
off
spotted
too.
A.
Placing sentry.
Wait.
Adios.
Reloading.
Someone's there.
Last player standing. Spike down, attacker spawn.
That's gonna be the issue with everything. Is the one, if I make something that is
Stay alive. I want their life, not yours.
in a field that has content being made for it already, then I will not be able to get through. But I can't think of anything at the moment that I can do God damn it. Bullshit spread. Anyways, I can't think of anything that I can do that would be so different. I don't want to say different because it doesn't have to be super far off from other things. It just has to be different enough.
Dizzy's up. Someone's there. Mosh pit.
Flawless.
And my options are very limited. My options are very, very limited.
Composed. Their hearts still a different.
Because I'm not good at FPS games, which is a very common type of content, let's call it. I don't know.
On my mark. Dream big, make it happen.
Placing sentry.
Enemy spotted.
The arena was just so not helpful.
Last player standing. Spike down. Attacker
I
spawn.
feel like it's completely useless too. He just likes doing this all the time.
We're here because we're the best. Don't any of you forget that.
Reloading.
Tactics beat firepower. Use that.
Watch this!
Joke's over! You're dead!
Wingman's planting.
Turret out.
Spike sticky. Thanks, little man.
Enemy disinfected one.
Peace.
Last player standing.
Up you go. Dizzy has targets. Alley-oop.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Clutch.
So I don't have a niche. So I was going to get at. I don't have a niche.
Now they're dead.
If I was better at, if I was goddamn good at a game, like truly good, at a game that was popular, one of the major games, then it would be easy. That would be, because there are plenty of ways where it could be easy, right? You can have something that can help you.
Spike planted. Thanks, Wings. Reloading.
Placing swarm grenade.
Shit, come
Placing swarm grenade.
on, get on there.
Got him.
Many enemies.
Reloading.
Beat him up.
Saw you, Mosh.
Swarm grenade
Saw
out.
you, little homie.
Swarm grenade out.
Crash hit him.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
So I could try Rocket League, but that
Can I
game,
get a drop?
I'm not good enough to be
Can I get a drop?
a content creator in it. Right? Like barely on the like barely GC is not good enough. Like sure, it's better than
This is gonna be fun.
a very, very large percentage of the player base,
Placing sentry.
but it's still not good enough.
My ult.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. Spike sticking. Thanks, little man.
Turrets destroyed.
Enemy B.
One enemy remaining.
Up top. Somebody's there.
Our arena, he is so dumb.
Go get him, buddy.
Last player standing.
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet. Can we celebrate that?
Like if I could just be
Need a drop.
smidge better at Rocket League, then it's like maybe. Also, Rocket League's an old game, blah blah blah. The easiest time to get into something is when it's new. Right, in terms of becoming a content creator, this is from obviously my perspective and outside.
Turret out.
An outsider's perspective, but I'm gonna guess this easiest
Blocking sight.
Planting.
That's done. My ultimate is ready.
Spike planted.
Enemy
Thanks,
spotted
Wings.
Initiated. Got 3.
huh?
Reloading.
Area's clear.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
And there is no game that's gonna come out
Anyone have
anytime
any
soon.
seeds? I may have jammed my
And I could
fingers.
try and
Multiple
bet on.
fingers.
I can tie my wagon too. Because if it's an FPS game, then obviously
There.
aiming skills carry over from game to game, generally, right? There's some
Let's flush them out.
there's some small differences, but you know, 99% of the skill will carry over.
Enemy spotted mid. My ult's ready.
Impeccable Double kill. Placing. Oh,
Oh, well, that was unfortunate timing.
Out of charges.
Joke's over! You're dead!
you will not kill my allies.
Out of charges.
Last player standing.
If it's an FPS game,
Just hug it out.
other people's skills will transfer over. I'm not gonna be able to learn fast enough.
Reloading.
If it's a sequel to Rocket League that's different in some way in terms of the physics, kind of like how CS2, this like the gunplay isn't exactly the same.
Powers out.
Right, and there's just enough of a slight difference to where my skill could carry over for the most part, but still kind of not be a pure conversion that might throw other people off. It's like, okay, we have a chance.
One enemy remaining.
You stopped thinking clearly. This is for the best.
Then maybe,
Match point.
but
Your head is in the guillotine.
you know, they might do it sometime. They might do it at some point. Maybe in like 2 years. Give or take. Because at some point, they're gonna fucking have to switch off of the old...
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
the old Unreal Engine that they use. It's Unreal 3 still.
Turret out.
Multiple enemies mid. Wingman's planting.
Got one. Ah, turret down.
Last player standing.
He's on spike. Is everyone on spike?
Oops.
Nice.
And so,
Okay. Nice try.
what was I gonna say?
Stage.
Alright, yeah. It's been using Unreal 3 engine for a
Switching
while.
sides.
For a while.
Overtime.
And it's been using Unreal, it is Unreal 3, and that's already... The game itself is released almost a decade ago, which means that they started developing it
Placing swarm grenade.
over a decade ago. If I had to guess.
Turret out.
Which is like, unless the engine is older than that, probably. I don't know when Unreal 3 came out, but it's got to be like 15 years old now. And maybe not 15, maybe like 13 years old. I don't know. 12 or 13 years old Unreal Engine 3 is now. So the engine itself is old.
Right there.
Found them. Lock swap swarm grenade out.
One enemy remaining.
You tried.
Right? And I don't know how
Switching
long...
sides. Match
How long
point.
does CS go on
We move
Source 1?
Got it?
Source 1, what the fuck engine was it? Whatever engine was called.
Right there.
Because now this is on the new engine. However long it was on the same engine for. since it released.
Right there. Right there. Jet's grounded. Careful. Plant the spike, Wings. Spike
Jet,
planted.
can you see the
Thanks,
blank-
Wings.
Jet, can you see the blank one more time? Page.
Gun here.
My god, they fucking ran. Funny. Anyways,
Last player.
like however long CS:GO was on his engine, I'm assuming that's what they think they can do with Rocket League. It's like I don't want that to be the case.
Switching sides.
I don't want it to be the case where they
Overtime.
keep it on that same engine for that long.
That's true. Good advice.
Now, granted, Epic obviously recently came out. They are apparently losing money
Placing swarm grenade.
at
Placing swarm grenade.
some rate. I don't know how much they were, but
Sentry.
I don't know if you can call it hemorrhaging money or if it's just losing money a wee bit or what. Damn it. If I had an op, that would have worked.
Spike down B.
Stay down.
Go, help him.
One enemy remaining.
What's this?
Planting.
Right there.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
And I think that, for what it's worth, even if they are, you know, smaller team now, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right? I think that they will recognize that they have to update the game. Because I think they're at least smart enough. They're smarter than Valve when it
Switching
comes to that.
sides. Match point.
Where they won't let the game sit for a year, for years, for a decade is really what I should have said, for a decade, or whatever the fuck, without any updates and shit. Causing the game to just kind of fall off until, obviously, it gets competition, like CS did. Which then finally forced their hand, because there is nothing else like Rocket League. Rocket League is like CS, in that there is no other game like it,
Placing sentry.
and therefore they can just sit on their laurels and do nothing with it.
Someone's in defender spawn.
Up and away. Dizzy has target.
Spike carrier is dead.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Like, they will sit on their laurel. Right? There's every chance that the Psionics will sit on their laurels
Switching sides.
and do nothing until a better
Overtime.
competitor comes along.
I may need a recharge. Need a drop.
Right? That's what's gonna happen.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
Right there.
Turret out.
That's what I thought.
Enemy spotted mid. Next. Enemy spotted mid. Colorful kill. Crowded.
Yeah, bro.
Recalling my bot coming back.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Dizzy's up.
And I think that they know. I think that Epic Games
Switching
knows
sides.
and Silence knows that they
Match
can't
point.
pull a CSGO completely,
Get back to chilling.
and they will have to update the game before letting it fall into disrepair. Now, how long that's going to take them to do, I have no idea. Because they're also sort of reaching the limits of Unreal Engine 3.
Turret out.
Our spike carrier's down.
Spike down B.
God damn it.
Nailed it. Enemy spotted mid. I got the spike. My wingman's down.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted.
Chal.
Right there.
Brock.
Okay, where's Sage? This Scheiße hurts.
Switching sides.
Okay, everyone, take a test tube. Thank you.
I don't even
Let's
think
collect
we were
samples and
being
get out of
consistent
here.
there. I think that we were switching rounds now. We were winning some on defense, winning some on offense in overtime there. That's just truly like a... It could go either way game. Perfect. 0. Complete waste of time. I do want it to be the case though, where they remake the game and there's just enough of a change. Because as much as Valve tried to make CS2 feel exactly like CSGO, they did not. They not made it 1-to-1. I'm hoping this Sanix remakes, if they remake Rocket League on a new engine, I can call it Rocket League 2, then there'll be enough of a change to where I could probably jump into it and get a foot in the door on the highest. Not even highest, just on a higher plane, on a higher level, on a higher floor. And just barely being juicy, and also just in terms of the content creation in that sense too. But like, no, it needs to be a new game, more likely. Right. I know I closed. I don't know why I closed. I just kind of closed it instinctually. How long have we been going now? Yeah, an hour. That was like an hour-long game or some shit. Bet you there's an update to the game or something. But there genuinely just is no. That's good. It's good that there is no easy way. I have to earn every bit of it to make it feel better, if it ever does happen. But I kind of do wish for there to be an easier way. But there just isn't. I don't have skill. I have no non-skill related attributes that allow me to tap into. Alright, let's just do that. Alright. I haven't done this in a while. I actually am curious what is in the Cyclone. It's not a battle pass car. I think we're fine. I was going to say they just put a battle pass car into the fucking shop. What is this? What is this? Eh? The hell are these things? Oh, I think I get it. This is basically a new set of blueprints, and they're putting the whole set into the store. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm just assuming that's what it is. Interesting. God damn it, there's so much shit. In the store. Eh. Wow. Interesting. Oh, that's right now because I play fucking Rocket League on my right monitor. That's what I used to do it. Or at least here. Because it's the monitor that's actually in front of me. Like my primary monitor is my left monitor. That's at an angle that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at it now. My right monitor, it's right there. The one the camera's sitting on top of. It's actually parallel to the edge of the desk. The left one sits at an angle. Oh, we're on US West, even better. Someone didn't change the game. I know I did. Just didn't change in OBS. I never finished actually my thought on the weekly internet news. I will after I said I would revisit it if I ever had the chance to. That's why we got on that whole tangent anyway. I forget a lot. It's not a good thing. Yeah. I was talking about that with my monitors. I have no way to change it to. I can't put my left monitor parallel to me because there is no room. So this desk is a desk where it has you seated on the right of center. Okay, well. I'm sitting right of center of the desk because there's shelves on like the bottom left or underneath the desk on the left. So it has you sit right of center. So there is no room to my right compared to my left. Like there's a little bit of room. It's like a 4-to-1 ratio of space. Nah, I didn't hit the ceiling soon enough. I really wanted it to. Like I can reach and touch the right edge of my desk, but I can reach from where I'm sitting right now and be like a good 5 or 6 inches short of touching the left edge of the desk. Whereas I can touch the right edge of my desk with my elbow right now. But the thing is, in terms of the leg space that it has, I'm like basically centered in there. But that's itself so far off center to the right. And the thing is, it wouldn't be a problem if it was a corner desk. If it had like a corner thing, and I could center the left monitor on the corner, that'd be perfectly 45 degrees with the corner. And it's like, no, can't even do that. Oh, they saved it for me. Of course, my teammates did that. That's Rocket League. That's my experience of Rocket League every time I play it. Of course, that's what they would do. That's what my teammates would do. Give me a man. 100 pain, real fun. You know, even a corner desk in this situation would be more useful. And if the whole compound of issues for this too, because it's like even if I center the game in front of me, have it be so I can lean in front of on the edge of the desk. Like this is what happens if I lean forward. I'm out of the camera now. Like the desk is not deep enough for me to put a camera that actually be able to face me properly. I don't want to do a complete side. I want to keep it like this because obviously the TV behind me. Right? Because I want to keep the camera in front of me. I don't know how the fuck I didn't get the boost there. But there's no issue with me putting the game on my right monitor. It's just that now, if I did that and played like that, I would be out of frame of the camera. Oh, then hit the ceiling. Let's go. And even now I'm not leaning forward, I'm sitting, well, I am leaning forward a little bit, like I'm hunched over a little bit, but not even hunched over, I'm like craning my neck forward. Just a smidge, but like, that is not what I want to be sitting. That is not how I want to be sitting when I play. It's obviously very much doable. It doesn't feel optimal though. I do have a possible solution, but it just sucks. It would involve me putting a gap in between my monitors and sticking the camera in between them. Especially wouldn't be that big of an issue. Like, yeah, I could probably do that actually. I never tried it before. I never even like bothered testing it. I know why, but I could. It's because I don't have a way to like mount it on something so it would be above me. Not above me, but like at least high level. They would just be sitting on the desk, which is, I could just do that now. They would be looking up at me. This is a weird camera angle. I forgot to change the game again. I need to do that. Oh, they're just so goddamn useless. I thought I changed this shit. I really did. I know I did. I know I typed it and I just didn't fucking do anything. No, we keep going, you useless schmucks. Okay. Damn it. Sure. I accidentally took the boost too. I didn't even want to. I just kind of spawned there. Right now we can forfeit because, yeah. Please give me teammates. I haven't played the game in like a couple weeks and I want to, you know, give another. What is this, like the 110th chance I've given you? And you just give me nothing? Like, please. How about you give me something to fucking work with? That's what I want Rocket League too. I want some sort of change. I could weed out these stupid fucks. It just needs to happen. Any boost though. Here we go. Now we have a boost. Let's go. Okay, I just got cut off in the rotation. Let's go. I didn't hit that? That is questionable? Just anything to change it up would be nice. But it won't happen. There's nothing I can fucking do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can fucking do about it. That's off. I'm not gonna fucking give it a go there. He missed here, isn't he? Nah. I was like 70% sure he was gonna miss, but I just wasn't. It wasn't enough for me to fully go for it under that belief. %70 is just not enough for me to fully commit to that kind of play. Oh my god, and the servers. I forgot about the servers. Fucking, they're losing money. Epic is losing money. They can't afford to fix the servers. God damn it, they're worse than Valve. Because Valve just sit on their fucking laurels with CSGO because they could, not because they had to. They made bank the whole time on Steam. Epic doesn't make bank on, you got in the way. I couldn't fucking take it the way I wanted to. I'll go forward with it. I had to like hit it from the side. But Epic is losing, probably isn't making money on the Epic store at all. I know for someone like me, all I do is check on it every once in a while for the fucking free games that are on there. Oh, you bummed me, that's sad. But Lord knows they don't get any money from me buying games on the Epic store. But they're not even in the same situation as Valve, where they could just print money from their store. And then finally when they have to, make an update to a game. Make a sequel. With that money eventually. Epic is losing money, so they can't even do that. Honestly, because Microsoft intervened. we need to buy we need to buy some properties here. Like, oh yeah, you bought who did they buy? They bought Bethesda and some other companies. Do it again. Obviously, you can't buy the whole of Epic. That's too much, but like I think they could afford to buy some of the smaller devs that are under Epic's control. Or they could buy Psyonix. And whoever else it is they own. It just baffles me, though. It still baffles me. It baffled me last week, and it still baffles me now. Every time I think about it, I guess. How is Epic losing money? Or how were they losing money, at least? I'm assuming they're still losing money right now. It's not like they fixed it overnight. Like, how does that happen? I went over it last time too. I was like, okay, they surely lose money on the store. Alright, they lost money on that, and they still lose money on that every day. So do they lose money on Fortnite in Rocket League? And if so, why is the answer yes? Why and how is the answer yes to that question? If it is yes, why and how? Like, what are they doing that actually burnt so much money? Like, what would have been the big money loser for them as a company? Wasn't sure which one of them was actually gonna hit it there. I mean, they didn't know either. I tried to keep it low, but I couldn't get above it in time. Aren't they owned by Tencent? Is Tencent losing money too, or is it just Epic? What's Tencent even on? What are they on? Are they the ones who made Genshin Impact, or are they thinking of something else? Actually, no. Tencent isn't that. Tencent is just like basically Microsoft, but without a console. So I'm pretty sure they own Supercell, no? Or does Epic own Super? Well, actually, no. If Epic owns Supercell, it would still be Tencent in the end. I'm pretty sure they own Supercell. So they have the mobile game market. They own... Does Tencent own Riot? Yeah, they do. That's why all the fucking Riot games are on the Epic Store. That makes sense now. Surely somewhere along that chain there has to be profit. Bro. How the fuck did that happen? Silence, I want answers. Like Tencent owns more than people even recognize. Just in day to day. Tencent is huge. Surely they make money somewhere along that chain of shit that they own. Off. It's not just a concern of like, oh, they can't afford to update anything because they're losing money. They can't afford to keep shit going. If that's the case, like, they're gonna forget updating the games. They're not even gonna be able to keep the games afloat. Now I can finally think I ran out of that tangent, and I can finally address the thing that I said I was going to address, like, I don't know, 70, 80 minutes ago. Is this what I'm assuming is a bot? It's a bot I've never seen before. So I checked and it was created literally end of last month. Not end of last month, I guess end of August, so a little over a month ago. And it's fucking message of, can you help me contact another streamer? This is the only thing they ask. It's like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? What do you want me to do about it? First off, if that was a real person, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? I'm literally a nobody. What the fuck would I even do? Second off, because I'm assuming it's a bot. What the fuck is the point of this bot? What does it do? Like, what would it get out of people with this question? And also, just as an additional little piece of frosting on top of the cake here, they have the fucking no audio badge next to their name, which means they can't hear the response from the streamer anyways. Or they just put it on. And they, you can put it on, I think, and still have it be false. Like, you can have the no visual and no audio badges on. And it would, I think one at a time, probably. It wouldn't probably do both, I'm guessing. But, you can put them on and have it be completely untrue. Like, why would you put that on? If it is true that you don't have audio, it has set to no audio. How the fuck are you supposed to get an answer? Like, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what the fuck their plan was. I had no plan. What the fuck was their plan with this bot? I just couldn't get to do it in time, really. It was a rushed maneuver. Honestly, fine. There was no play developing, really. I've never seen a ball like this, though. What would it do? It almost makes you wonder how many of the bots that you see are just like practice or like tutorial, or like things that you do that you learn from a tutorial, like learn how to code or some shit to make a basic bot. It's like how I think in coding it is, and maybe even UX, but like I think it's just the coding bit of it, not the user interface bit. Or it's the same, but whatever. Two different halves of the same coin. But the coding bit of it, it's like, the joke is that like Twitter is so simple that anyone can make a Twitter clone very easily, which is what Threads was. Like it's very easy to make a Twitter clone, and like you basically do that as like a school project in university. Is how simple it is now. That's the level that Twitter's on nowadays in terms of its complexity. Like people do this shit for like school assignments. Is recreate Twitter, or at least like a basic version of it. Obviously, minus the very first party stuff that they may or may not have on there. It might be inaccessible in terms of like the data and shit. In terms of the function. Not that hard to make. And there's so many bots on Twitch that just will sit and watch the stream and do nothing. And I wonder how many of them are just like that, but for making a view bot. There's so many of them, they have no purpose. They do nothing. Uh-oh, that ball bounced a smidge higher than my car. Okay, bullshit, but okay. I do not trust. Well, I'm sure making a ball like that is literally just an assignment people do. And as long as you can prove to your teacher this in a fucking chat or some shit. It shows up in a viewer list, and congratulations, you passed the assignment. Making it actually post the chat is a bonus. Or maybe it's the next assignment. Like the first assignment is make the bot, have it show up in the viewer list. And the second assignment is follow up on it. Now make it post the chat. Like, I don't know what the fuck the purpose of this shit is. Okay. This is a very uninspiring situation. We'll call it. Now, what do we do with this? There's no one to pass it to anyways. Let's go. Yeah, demoed. For some reason, the ball would bounce more off their car, and I could like dunk it into the center. Nope. Cool. Oh, that's bad. That's not what I wanted out of it, obviously. I wanted it to go roll downfield a little bit in front of me. If I actually have it. Okay, well, you know, on a forge, ball ricocheted and somehow didn't go in. Okay. And what can I talk about? And I said that I went for a walk earlier and I didn't look to measure. I measured it on Google Earth how long it was, but what I didn't mention is anything that happened during the walk. I thought my teammate took the ball from me here. Like, I should have just had this. No. Anyways, I almost got fucking run over by a student driver. Damn kids learning to drive. It was a bad one. It was bad. Because it was at a very busy intersection, right? An intersection that's generally busy, and they were coming down the road that I was on, or the road that I was walking next to. They were coming from behind me, so it was like I'm walking down the sidewalk, and they're coming up behind me. So obviously I don't see them, right? Because they're behind me, right? So I'm looking ahead of me, and I'm going across the intersection. Yeah, so I checked, is the walk sign on? And it was. Right, the walk sign was on. The lights that were green were the ones that were parallel to the street that I was walking along, you know, whatever. Right? So obviously the walk signs were on for people crossing in that direction, which was me. And so this kid is he wants to turn right onto the road that I'm going to cross. And so, you know, I look up, I check the one, and I saw that the traffic lights were green for the direction that I was going. So then I looked at the, because I could see those from further away than I could the walk signs. So I was keeping track of the lights. And then when I was able to see the walk sign, I looked at it, checked it, it was still walk. It was just kind of like a mishmash of like signals that you use to figure out, do I go, do I not? You're walking because it's like, because you have the timer and then you also have, is the light turning yellow? Is the light yellow, and what is the timer on the crosswalk? Because every intersection is just fucking different. Like some of them have lights that turn yellow at a different point in the timer to cross and shit, and it's like, it's too high. But obviously the most dominating thing is if the walking guy is there. Okay, well you just kind of got in the way, so I can't really go. I'm gonna like fucking draw it out. I'm gonna draw it out. So yeah, it's better. I can draw it. It was terrible. It was so bad. Like, hold on. I'm gonna make a visual. There. Merge that. Okay. And I'm gonna turn it like that. Okay. Alright, so this is the street, right? This one would be the yellow. Well, actually, let me start over. I know. Wow, what's so bad about that? Now let me start over. That's why. Okay. Right, and then obviously just for clarity's sake, okay, there we go. And now we have to make the sidewalk. The only sidewalk that matters is me. The one that I was on. There's obviously sidewalks on every single. Okay. And we'll make it a lighter shade of gray. And then obviously we have the actual crosswalk itself. There we go. All right, then we're just gonna make a simple little thing to represent a car. There we go. All right. Then this circle will be me. This green circle will be me. Okay. All right. Actually, no, we have to make it like the blue circle. Right, because here's the situation, right? The lights were green. Right, for here and here. right? And then obviously there we go. That's red. And then here's what it was for the pedestrians. The pedestrian was obviously for the pedestrian crosswalk signs. The orange hand is go, and then the white walking man is walk. There we go. So that was like that. Hold on, that makes no sense. There we go, fill orange. Or no, hold on. Yeah, no, okay, that's correct. All right. Obviously, the traffic's going. Right, you're allowed to go that way. Right, you're allowed to go across that way. Right in this scenario. Right, so I am right, and obviously, right for me, I saw the little white walking guy. So here's the thing, right? This light, this pedestrian sign on this crosswalk, is actually broken because there's two boxes, right? There's two boxes when you look at it. So it's one box and then another box. And the one with the hand, that one works. But the one with the little dude in it, that's under it, that one doesn't work on this one here. It doesn't work. The only one that works for when you're crossing this way, when you're crossing specifically this way, right? If you're crossing it on this side, if you're going from here across like that, on that, you have the light. But this one is just broken. It doesn't function. So you always have to look at this one. Right, so I always look at the lights, and I look at this this pedestrian light over there. And so, I'm walking. I'm walking along, right? I look at the lights, I look at the pedestrian crossing, making sure these are still green. And I saw the little dude, and the little dude was still on the thing when I got to by like here. Because like obviously I'm already crossing the road when the little dude was still on the pedestrian lights, so it's like you're completely fine. So needless to say, right, I'm going. The little dude is up there. The lights are green. The traffic going parallel. And so I get to about here. And then suddenly this car just comes screeching to a halt, like right here. And so like it probably worked out like this where I'm going. Right, I'm like here. And they're like not even there yet. Right, they're like way over there. And I get to like here. And I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking in front of me, checking the lights, checking if I have the thing to walk across. So I get to like there, and they're like there probably. And so then I get to like here, and they're like there. And then I get to like here. And then I get to like there. God damn it. And they're like here. And I get to right there, and you just hear a screech of tires, and the car is like this. Right, because I look, obviously, because I hear the noise. I look, and the car is like that. I can kind of see it out of the corner of my eye too. Right? Obviously, like when I heard the screech and I like saw the car stop there, like kind of turned at an angle at me. obviously completely turn my head and look, but like, you know, I'm walking out because I'm looking like over there at the passenger, right? Like right there's in front of me, and the pedestrian sign that works. The one in front of me isn't working, but the one for the other side that's going parallel with me works. So I'm looking over there. I'm looking at the light. I'm looking over there, and so I'm looking at the little dude that's still on there. So he's lit, and it's like, okay, I definitely have the ability to go. And there's no one turning. And there's no one turning because I can see in front of me still, right? So there's no one turning here to their left like that. That's going to go in front of me, right? Or cut across me that I can see, right? So the only thing I'm not going to see is the thing behind me. And it's like, that's not my responsibility, really. Right? Like, they're behind me, they should be like, that's how that works, right? It's just like in a car crash. Like, whoever was behind is responsible. Same thing with this, really. Hitting a pedestrian. It's always the car's fault, really. Unless the pedestrian just runs in the middle of a fucking dumb situation. Anyways, but like... Right, so I'm accounting for all those things, right? I'm accounting for everything that I can as a pedestrian who is facing... actually, I might as well put the arrow, just so we're clear which way I'm facing. I am facing... that way. But I can see out of the corner, I can see it from like... So I was in like... This isn't perfect, but it's like I can see it as I'm going, like here, and I can kind of see it come fast into my peripheral vision, fast into my peripheral vision, fast into my peripheral vision, and then it just stops. It's like, oh shit, you know? It's like, then I look and it's like, oh shit. But it's like this student was going so, because this is again, I said this like way before I started drawing everything. This is a student driver, so I look and it had like the little thing on top of the car, and the car was beat up because they like to keep the old cars because they know that students are going to crash and shit. So they use old cars and shit, so it's beat up in the front. They don't do repairs on it. It's like, god fucking damn, man. And then and like by the time this, because I stopped and I looked for a second, right? I completely stopped. Or not really completely, but like, you know, I kind of slowed down. Like, I took like a very long, slow step as I turned my gaze, and I checked the walking thing again. It's like it was still the little walking dude on this one, because I know for some fucking reason this fucking kid might have seen this pedestrian sign and see it not on. I didn't see the walking guy, but he also wouldn't have seen the little hand because the little hand wasn't there. It wasn't on. Right, so this one just wasn't on. Right. Right, this one wasn't on, and this one just wasn't. This one just doesn't work. So it's just doesn't function at all. So it's just blank, no matter what. But this one wasn't on either. The little hand wasn't on, but this one was on. So I'm looking like, can he see this one? That is still the little walking dude. And it's like, yeah. And then as that happens, and I look, and I'm looking at that, and then it turns into the hand, and the hand starts flashing. All right. And the lights are still green. So it's like green lights and flashing hand still means you can absolutely cross. Right? And the counter too. Actually, no, that's right, because the one with the little dude turns into the counter. So the little flashing hand comes up on this one, and this one turns into a counter, so it wasn't working either. But you can see it on this one. It's like, you have no excuse. Because when you're behind me, I can't look behind me. Like, I'm already crossing as he tried to turn. Like, full speed too. And I was like, fuck. And then I kept going. And then like I kind of looked at it and I saw like the car was kind of beat up. And that kind of resonated in my mind for the next few seconds. Like, man, that car is really beat up. And then I wanted to look at the car again just to see how beat up it was for real. So I only glanced at it long enough to register that it was very beat up. And I like looked at it for a split second here. And I was like, wait, how beat up is that car? And then I just actually looked, and they're still there. They were actually still frozen right here. Like, if it was like an actual like person who had a license and they were just doing their own thing, like they would stop here, and then by the time I get to like here and it was completely safe for them to go without running me over or anyone else, then they would continue going. Right, once I was completely out of the way, just like right here in the middle. But I got to like here when I turned around to look, and I was like, oh, they're not going to be there. Like as I'm turning around, and I'm like, wait, why am I turning around to look? They're not going to be there still. But they were absolutely still in the same spot, just frozen. I actually made it all the way across before, because I turned my head at like here. I just looked at them for like the last bit here, from like here to here, to like onto the sidewalk. Like just looking at all the damage on the front of the car, of the student driving car, and they were just sat there the whole time. Not only until I got all the way across the sidewalk did they start moving. Like right as they started moving, then I looked away. I was like here, and it's like holy shit! Please, it's like god damn it. Like, god damn it, dude. And every young generation is dumb. But I swear to God. And this just might be like me doing the same stick, the same routine as every generation before me, but I swear to God, the younger generation is just worse. Like, they're just actually worse. I don't think, I think every generation is correct when they say the next generation is worse. It's just true. Actually true. Every generation is legitimately worse. Like my generation is worse than the one before me, and then the one before me is worse than the one before them. It's just actually true. And the one after mine is worse, and the one after them is going to be worse, and the one after that is going to be worse. It's like it's just true. I think. It just is. Somehow it just is. And you always try to justify it as like if you're the generation that's being questioned by the one before you, you're just like, well, you guys did the same. You guys did awful shit too. You guys had your own version of this dumb shit. It's like shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's like yes, every generation had their own dumb shit, but somehow it was still less dumber than what you're doing. Like their version of dumb is what your version of smart is. Like shut up. It's like god damn it. Like I know there was probably just kids that I went to high school with, right? At the time when you're getting your driver's license at 16, 17, or whatever, right? Mid high school, right? I'm sure that there was at least a couple kids that I went to school with who, when they were doing driver's ed, did this. But none of the kids that I specifically that were in my driver's ed class, because you had to do like when you did like the riding with the teacher, you kind of did it in pairs where you like one of you would actually drive, and the other one would sit in the back and kind of like observe. And obviously the driving instructor was in the passenger seat with their extra set of brakes and steering wheel and shit. But it would be two of you, so it would be one student drives and the other student kind of sits and watches and observes. And like if the instructor, like, like they might quiz you and shit as they're going, and it's like blah blah blah, right? It's like, okay. Not a single, not me or anyone that was driving with me in the back, right, the other person that I was paired up with, never did anyone do anything even close to this bad. Me or the other person. The only time I ever made a mistake in driving, actually, there's 2 times. I made 2 mistakes driving. One was during my first attempt to get a driver, because it took me 2 tries. And the only reason it took me 2 tries was because if you hit the curb, you automatically fail. And as I was going out of the parking lot to like turn onto the road, as I was going out of the parking lot from the DMV, I kind of turned a little bit too far in to hit the curb. And like and obviously they didn't tell me anything. They didn't tell me that that means automatic fail or anything. I didn't know that means automatic fail. Or maybe they did. I actually don't even remember. Maybe they did, and they said like, well, you automatically fail now, but just go around the course, kind of learn it. See how this, kind of get comfortable with doing your driver's license test and shit. I don't know. Maybe they didn't tell me until the end. But I do remember that I did do the rest of the test. And when we got back and we parked and shit, the driving instructor told me like, you did everything perfectly. If you just didn't hit the curb at the very beginning, you would have passed. But because you did, it's just an automatic fail. But you did everything perfectly. Beyond this, like, because like hitting the curb as you're turning is like kind of a mistake. It's not even that bad of a mistake. It's like it's still an automatic fail. But it's like we got back and parked and she was like, you did everything perfectly. If you just didn't hit the curb right at the start, you would have passed. And then I went back and did it again the next day. So you can only do it once per day. I went back and did it the next day, and I did perfect. I didn't hit the curb. And the other mistake I made was, it wasn't really a mistake. It was just a really shitty situation where it was on it was on a highway exit where like the highway is, going, it's this line, right? Well, it's symbolize the whole highway with this one particular line. And the exit was like, had like the parallel lane thing, and then they put like a wall at some point in between. A dividing concrete barrier at some point. And you're driving down this parallel thing. And the parallel thing does like the thing where if you want to go, because there's obviously another highway going that way. So if you want to go there's like, actually there was another highway. There was one that was like going like this. So it was actually a 3 highway like intersection thing. Actually, they weren't really. Or no, I'm sorry, right? It would be like this highway goes from like, it basically started like that. So it's like if you could turn onto this one and go that way, right, and join into that highway, or you could keep going and then go onto that one. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This highway did go all the way across. What am I saying? I remember going underneath it. So it was like that. All right, so you could go this way. All right, you could go off the highway onto this exit thing and go. And you had a choice where it's like, and if you wanted to turn on that one, you had to go like that. And what I needed to do was I needed to avoid this going onto this one and go onto the second one and turn right. And obviously the lane situation was like, it was like a three lanes wide. and there was a semi truck. Like, I was in the far right lane, and there was a semi truck in the middle lane that was like kind of even with me, and I wasn't going to be able to hit the pedal to the metal and go in front of it and then around it, and because I didn't want to do the thing. I didn't want to do that because truckers have a hard time seeing. I knew that, so I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow down and let the truck go in front of me enough, and I can turn behind it and then turn to the next lane and then go left and then right. Because I think the 2 lanes actually turned this way, and then 1 lane went that way. So I need to get into the left, into the third, the lane all the way on the very left. I couldn't be in the right one or the middle one. So I actually did like I slowed down, got behind the truck, and then I turned 1 lane and another lane. And the car in the far left lane was like just booking it. But like I was, so I like ended up like cutting in front of them. It's like I had no choice because if the semi truck wasn't there, or if it was just like a better situation where it's like I was more close to actually being able to go in front of it, or because it was just a really weird situation. That's the only other time that I made a mistake. I cut in front of them. It didn't crash or anything. It was just kind of close. The thing, because actually, no, the real issue is that it's not that I went from the middle lane or from the right lane to the middle lane to the left lane. It's that I went from the right lane to the middle lane, and then we got to the fork, and as the roads are splitting is when I turned into the left lane. The 1 lane that was going this way. That's the issue. If I had done it like back here in the middle, it would have been fine. But since I actually only ended up doing it just in time at the fork, that's what was the most sketchy bit of it. Those are the 2 times that I've legitimately made an error while driving. One of them was me hitting the curb, was genuinely an error. And the other one was just a really, really tight, bad situation. And I almost got fucking run over today, though. Oh, the whole point of this is that I almost got run over from behind. And here's the thing I'm also going to say. Like, most of the time when I see people who aren't, it's other people that I see doing this. They will, and it's always when there's a car turning to the left, right? This is the most common one that I always see. It's just a car that's like going and they're starting to turn left, and the person will start crossing on the other side that they're gonna turn and go across that bit of sidewalk. Like the cars were like halfway through the turn or some shit, like here, and the person will start to walk across. But like and I always just stop like at the thing. When I see the car starting to turn, if like halfway through the turn and they're going and they have momentum, they're not showing that they're gonna, they're not slowing down. I stop, right? Because it obviously matters where they are. If they're like already here, then it's like, no, you stop as the pedestrian. But if they're like back here and their turn signal is on, if they're like back here and their turn signal is on, then you can go because you got there first. You got there first. It matters. It's like once they start crossing these double lines, or like where the lines end, and they don't stop to like let the traffic going across. So obviously, if there was traffic going across in front of them, the traffic won't stop, and they stop here to like do the thing where they stop in the middle of the intersection and they turn after the traffic that's going across. It's gone. Like if they're stopped there and they're there stopped and like the car zooms past and I get like right here, like then I'll go. Right, because they're still stopped completely. It's like they won't be able to hammer the fucking accelerator and hit me or some shit, you know? So there's a complete stop. But like I see people with the car has rolling momentum and it's going into the turn and there's no traffic going across, and I see people who are like literally like basically walking next to me or like slightly in front of me. They just go. And I stop and it's like I can see the fucking driver just like, what the fuck? It actually happened like the most recent one that I can remember was like 2 days ago or some shit. Like I actually was in front of the person that went. Like I stopped. I saw the car, rolling momentum into the turn, and I stopped. And the person who was like just right behind me, on my left, like just right behind me, they kept going though. Like they saw me stop and they kept going. Like the person behind me saw me stop and just kept. I mean, actually, they didn't really see me stop. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But the point is, they kept going, despite that. And so I'm just like standing there, like, what the fuck, you dumb bitch. And then like I look at the driver, and the driver's like this old man. He's just like, you're just looking at her like, and she's not looking at all. I'm looking at him, and then we look at each other. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I actually went like, I shrugged at him. I was like, I don't know. He's just like, I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not responsible for other people around my age being idiots. I don't like them as much as you do. It's even worse because I was the one playing Pokemon Go and like looking at my phone, but it's like I still had like the wherewithal, like, okay, I know there's a crosswalk coming out. Let me look. Ignore the game. Let me look. This bitch wasn't on her phone at all. She was just arrogant as fuck or something, and she just went. It's like, God, disgusting. The arrogance is disgusting. Anyways, I don't know how we ended up going to that. I know I wanted to talk about interesting thing that happened while I was walking today, but like I don't know how the fuck we ended up talking about that for so long. I'm just gonna say one more thing. I think everyone can agree with me when I say that like there should be crosswalks on busy streets. Like if it's like a quiet road, then sure there can just be an over the road crosswalk like every other crosswalk. But for like busy roads, there should just be like either like a little sky thing, like a little sky bridge that goes over for pedestrians, or like a tunnel that goes underneath. One or the other. I guess a tunnel really now, because I guess there's already sewer infrastructure. So go with like a little thing that goes over, please. Like, even though, like, generally, they're going to be fine, right? Right, unless there's an exception. Like, this, the student driver is obviously, like, that's an exception. Okay. That's an exception. Like, if it's that or, like, a fucking someone driving DUI or whatever, then it's like, okay. Right? Like, that's obviously exception, and you know. So generally they will be safe because everyone will just follow the protocol. But like, just in case, I think there's enough of a threat that someone won't follow the protocol, or someone will just misinterpret the situation, or just not pay attention, and it'll end up badly. There's enough of a chance, it feels like. So you never truly feel comfortable as the pedestrian when you're crossing a road that you know is busy. Or crossing parallel to a busy road. Because really it's not the threat of people going on the road that's perpendicular. Oh shit, why are you here? Like, there's no real threat of the people going perpendicular. It's more of the threat of, like, the people who are trying to turn across the crosswalk that you're gonna take. That's the more threatening bit as the pedestrian. But they should just be like a sky thing, or if they could, a tunnel. Just so it doesn't have to be the case. Obviously, it's too late now. Like, no one's gonna retroactively do that shit. No one's gonna retroactively fit crosswalks with that shit. I mean, I think there's some extreme cases where they have, but like, it's not gonna happen everywhere. Like, there was this one road, because it's in like one of those informative YouTubers, informative education YouTubers did a fucking video on it. Oh, that didn't go anywhere. Where there was this one very particular deadly crosswalk or some shit, and they put like a little bridge to go over it for pedestrians. Like, that's not common. That's an exception. They're just so particularly bad. I'll take that, I guess. It went way over. Oof. Nah, I just didn't get over it in time. Not sure if the bump helped or hindered. Oh, I tried to fucking hit it with the tail of my car. With a trailing edge. That's fine. That's not fine. I thought teammate would be more prepared. Oh, he went. What the fuck is he doing? What was that? There we go. He didn't go over the far post at all, though. He like kind of followed the guy who was trying to bump me. For some reason. What kind of plan is it? What kind of plan we got here? I don't have a plan. What was his plan? Is it now like midnight? Yeah, fuck it. We're one game up, I guess. Whoa.